Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and honors to meet you in beautiful day in this event World Academy of Nursing Science in Taiwan. Thank you for inviting me to this presentation, and I am Professor Dr. Rorotuti Sri Haryati SKP Mars as representative Indonesian National Nurse Association and Faculty of Nursing Universitas Indonesia. Now, I will share about lessons learned from the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia. Lesson learned as an approach to improve nursing and health services. Greeting from Indonesia. This is our curriculum vitae. I am now as a lecturer in Faculty of Nursing Universitas Indonesia and also Committee of Research Division of Indonesian National Nurse Association. You can also visit to my channel YouTube Ruang Sharing Keperawatan RR Start with introduction. We know about nursing care contributes to the safety and the quality of care of patient. During the COVID-19 pandemic, nurses become frontline care provider. And nurses have a heavy workload that includes screening, assessment, intervention, monitoring, and emergency management of patients nearing the end of life. We know 24 hours in hospital, 3 shifts and also 7 days continuous nurse have many duty to deliver care to the patient. Unexpected addition of patient creates a heavy workload for nurses. Nursing shortage have a high impact on working environments, patient outcome, and the long-term health of nurses, leading to longer shift and higher nurse-to-patient ratio. The shortage increase stress, fatigue, and the risk of the injury to staff. It can also reduce patient care. In addition, the use of protective personal equipment working in the red zone also causes physical and mental burden that can cause burnout. There is a shortage of nursing during the pandemic, so proper staffing management is necessary. Okay, we continue with theory base. In the disaster condition, we have many key components like communication and then continuity of essential health services and patient care, search capacity, human resources, and then logistic and management of supplies, and then essential support services, infection prevention and control, case management, surveillance, and laboratory services. How about strategy was already done in Indonesia? The first, Indonesia National Nurse Association developed guidance of care delivery and services in COVID pandemic, and also Ministry of Health also many develop a new guidance of care delivery and also services in the COVID pandemic. This is many new guidance, new standard operating procedure. And then also develop patient service flow in hospital. You know, patient service flow from admission to hospital, screening, triage, placement, and patient care delivery. This is all the system arranged according to the infection and prevention control protocol. We have developed strengthening a leadership role of nurse manager. We have 3 roles about information roles, interpersonal roles, and also decisional roles. All nurse manager must be leader, liaison, person, spoken person, information, collaborator, and great decision maker. How about managing of nursing shortage? This is our study. We explore from participant as representative nursing committee in 6 hospitals. This is 3 themes about scheduling, redesign, and ratio of nurse and patient. In the scheduling, we have 2 subthema about type of rostering and also goal of changing of scheduling. And then in redesign, we have 2 redesign about the divided themes in one shift. The first about shift in the red zone and the second shift in the green zone. And then about the changeover model. In the ratio patient and nurse, we corrected 40 to 50%. The corrected depend of the number and patient classification. This is table of managing of nursing shortage. We have 4 type of the rostering. The first type about morning, afternoon, evening, off, and then morning, afternoon, evening, off, and then the third model morning, afternoon, evening, off, and the last about morning, evening, off, afternoon, and off. How about the goal of the redesign rostering? We redesign rostering because we have goal to improve safety for staff and also reduce fatigues. This is 3 condition we conduct to redesign about the many short training delivered to the staff, including nurse, like how to deliver care and then how to using protective personal equipment. About redesign team in the shift, we divided 2 teams in the red zone and green zone. The altered roles every 3.5 to 4 hours. And then about the changeover model, we have 3 types. Continuous shift, maybe this is because hospital only have little value staff. And then type B, 14 days on duty and then 14 days for quarantine. And then the last 30 days on duty to COVID area and then change in the non-COVID area. How about patient and nurse ratio? We change the nurse ratio up to 40% to 60%. This table nurse patient ratio, and you can see about the proportion of patient and nurse in the each area. We corrected 40 to 50% because mandatory using personal protective equipment, and also because using all covered protective personal equipment, we give delivery standard only maximum 3.6 to 4 hours. In the every shift, we also put the skill mix of competency of nurses. Continue the next strategy about carrying out continuing professional development. The first, we deliver quick training so that nurses are able to treat COVID-19 patient, and also conduct quick training on how to put on and take off personal protection equipment like donning, doffing, and also hand washing and other. And then assistant and psychosocial motivation of nurses. Next strategies is providing incentive and maintaining the health of nurses. Incentive for nurse from government, and then how to delivery maintaining the health of nurses. This is like health screening, giving vitamin supplement, accelerating the provision of vaccination and complete treatment for those who are sick. Next strategies is improve infection prevention and control. We redesign the ward into a negative pressure isolation room for the patient COVID-19, and also in the nurse station is very protective with redesign with green zone. And then improve infection prevention and control, also deliver and monitoring supervise about the donning, doffing for PPA, and also hand washing, hand cleaning, and other. And then next strategies is increasing the use of technology tools for patient care, like develop WA group, and then video call for nurse education and family education. Also using electronic medical record for documentation and monitoring system. This is example robotic for heart nurse to deliver meal, and the many mechanism changing from face to face to the daring, like handover using technology, telenursing, and telemedicine. Many lessons learned from COVID-19. The first, the pandemic has exposed the public to the realities of nurses. Nurse advanced clinical skill, the complexity of their work, and their commitment to patient care. We know 24 hours, 3 shifts, and 3 days. Continue delivery care to patient. And then the nursing leadership is useful to lead health services. And then the model for managing nursing staff services flow, the use of technology is very well used for post-pandemic. And then also implementation, control, and prevention of infection must be maintained in the post-COVID. Our recommendation, nurse should be leader in the design of health services, and then countries should adopt long-term workforce plan, striving for self-sufficiency in the supply of nurses. The use of technology need to be increased for the training process and as a tool in documentation, monitoring, and other activities. And the last, nursing services management in the COVID-19 era must be used as a guide in implementing disaster management in the future. Thank you and bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.